for daily askreddit. r/askreddit. What's the cringiest thing you've done in school? Did a stand-up comedy routine at the elementary school talent show that was just me retelling an entire Pinky in the Brain episode. The only things I remember were me awkwardly stopping to remember parts of it, doing a lot of that, and then that kids do when they are trying to tell a story, and the noticeably fake laughter from the faculty. You are brave. That hurts my heart just reading the description. Honestly, you likely dodged a bullet. Imagine real, sincere, raw, daring stand-up by a teen in front of their peers, including their siblings, bullies, crushes, and rivals. The level of vulnerability is terrifying. Better to fail by phoning it in as you did than flop with your material. Got caught by the principal. She saw me through the window during her rounds while drawing my English teacher nude during her lecture, and she showed the drawing to my father. What's your teacher's name, son? Did you say Ms. Smith or Mrs. Smith? In 3rd grade I wrote a love letter to a girl I liked and signed it Iron Raptor because I thought that sounded so cool. I'm 33 and thinking about it now makes me want to smash my head through the window I'm sitting next to and bleed out on the side of my house. I'm 31 and I can assure you that if someone called me Iron Raptor they would be my best friend because that's the coolest thing. Nobody could have convinced me that it was a bad idea at the time. Playing an icebreaker where you have to pick a cereal box off the ground with your teeth and cannot let your knees or elbows touch the ground. When successful you rip that piece off and the box gets smaller and the task gets harder. Well, we were down to just a small piece at the end of the game that you'd have to be able to touch your face to the ground essentially to pick it up. Up for the challenge, I go and try to win the game for those of us remaining who haven't failed yet. I bend down, but my tight carc is ripped right at the crotch level. Oh, and I wasn't wearing boxers. Picture me, squatted as low as possible teabagging a tiny piece of cardboard with my balls completely hanging out in the middle of a circle of like 40 people. When I was a kid I was a chronic liar. I don't know why, but I would lie about even the dumbest things. Anyway, I told my entire kindergarten class that my dad had died by being struck by lightning. The next week was bring your parent to class to talk about their job and my dad drew the short straw and had to come in. He got a lot of questions about why he wasn't dead and if it hurt to get struck by lightning. Wow, the exact same thing happened to me, and I'm still a chronic liar to this day. I used to pretend that I had multiple personalities because I thought it made me cool and attractive. I wish I could assure you that people don't remember that stuff, but I had a girl kinda trap me into a half-hour-long conversation about how Jeff the Killer was her alter when I was in high school, and I still think about it. I'm 23 now and met a girl a few weeks ago that kept going on about Pippin from LOTR being her alter. It was a group hangout. She was a friend of a friend. We were all together for a few hours and I never got any indication that this chick was anything like that character. She was depressed, moody, and a whiner. Still rocking scene hair. I'm probably not going to forget that either. It was really cringe for her to carry on for hours reminding us every so often that she was Pippin Took. Participated in my school's singing competition. I honestly wish someone told me how bad my singing was before I did. I cringe just thinking about it. Hey man, not only did I sing for a spring concert, solo, no experience, but the song I chose to perform was a Never Shout Never song and like, that was peak emo cringe looking back. Leaned too far forward in my desk and tipped it over. It was the kind where the chair is attached to the desk, so I actually got stuck in it. Everyone in the classroom watched as my tar had to run over and tip the desk back upright with me still in it. It was pretty embarrassing, and the worst part was when I tried to make a joke about it afterwards. Nobody laughed. Haha, I did this in a seminar in college while sitting with all the desks in a circle and sitting next to my professor. I always sat with my feet tucked back under my chair, so when it tipped forward my feet were stuck and I couldn't stop myself. It was embarrassing for a moment, but I think it's hilarious now.